It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up is Zach Baum, owner of 64 tackles coming into this game. It's the Eagles and the Rams on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run out.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Zach Baum drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return, it's Rodgers. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Shedding the tackle. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Here's Stafford. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
He's into space past the 25, and he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. 10 more there and another 1st down. Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Touchdown! Kobe Parkinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. His throw incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Throwing is Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Hurts. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Stafford. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. L.A. set to take over again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing is Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run it again with Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Up the middle, it's Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. Touchdown, Rams! Tutu Atwell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw again. Goes right back to Smith again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line. It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Stafford.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
That's good for Rams. First down. 1st and 10.
Again, it's Stafford.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. Fighting him off. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Williams.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Kyron Williams with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
and it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluded. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Neville Gallimore
Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now back to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Smith in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The home team's offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And for the 3rd straight play, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Hurts to throw.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown from 19 yards away.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 22, Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
brings up second and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to improve their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Sidney Brown in on the tackle. Now is 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he can just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces the 4th down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hurts.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Going right back to Dotson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Now 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
That's to his running back, Gainwell.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
They'll set up to throw.
That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Here's 1st and goal. Barkley
dances by him. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert taking it in.
And the Eagles put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
So now Stafford and the Rams
down by 5, 70 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Stafford.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Eagles, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.